We, we're all right. And we're back again with the fashionable frequency. You know what I'm saying? I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend, Westside Lovechild,
Yes, sir.
Troy Lyricz,
Yes,
man.
sir.
How you
Yes, sir.
feeling?
Feeling great, my brother. You know, it's wonderful to be in good health, you know, mental health, and be able to continue to dish out creativity. You know what I'm saying? You know, so
I feel it. I feel
feeling
it.
good.
So, can you go into the depth of your creative bag?
I mean, as me as an artist, I pride myself on being a songwriter 1st. So I think with music, you know, it's people haven't heard. There's as in a world of unique voices, you know, it's not a voice that no one hasn't heard. But I feel like with R&B and everything right now, I think a lot of people relate to words. So that's why I pride myself as an artist on, you know, the wordplay. I'm not saying like I'm just the best writer in the world, you know, still interested in working with other writers and everything, but I just pride myself on being a songwriter first, you know. So yeah.
Okay, cool. So, in terms of songwriting, are there like any influences where you like heard specific artists and was like, man, I really got to step into this bag and deliver this word or this message to convey to my audience?
So as for older artists, you know, you got the Sean Garrett's, you got your Neos and stuff like that, but you know, newer songwriters, man, so many of them, man, and I'm just gonna say, you know, guys like it's a group called They. You know, I love their delivery. Fabo, when I say Fabo, Phabo.
Yeah, because I was thinking Fabo and Ladifo.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people when they hear that, they automatically think that. But yeah, Fabo, I think he's from Cali too. Him, man, The Weeknd, you know, those type of guys, bro. You know, I kind of listen to their words and everything. Not even just like actually listening to their words to see if I could. Nah, hell no. I don't even like listening to new artists for real because I don't like being influenced in that way. But when it comes down to listening to like R&B and stuff like that, I enjoy those guys. Pink Sweats, he's another dope artist.
No, for sure. And, you know, take me on this journey. Like, when did you start songwriting, getting into singing, and all that? And, you know, talk to me from square one.
Yes, sir. I grew up the kid in a family where it's like, you come in here and sing this, you know what I'm saying? So like the kid that was the entertainer of the family, you know, entertaining the family events, and grew up then, started doing talent shows at the rec centers, and started singing lead singing at my 5th grade graduation, you know. Then it went from there into, you know, just kind of learning myself and being in a choir and stuff like that in the church that I grew up in. But other than that, music, actually recording music, kind of started after high school, and kind of took it from there, bro. You know, just learned as I went along with music and learned my position, and kind of just felt my way into it as an artist, you know. But I would say around like 2013.
Okay, so 2013, you've been recording, so that's a decade. Yeah, well, a little over a decade now. Okay, cool. No, that's a long time to be in the game. So with all that skin in the game, could you describe your style in 3 words?
In 3 words, original.
Okay.
I would have to say that because, like I said, I just don't. I don't even. This is probably one of the reasons why I haven't really started working with other writers, because I'm just not that person to care for being around other people, because you know some people can take that and it can influence your craft or your skills. But you know, it's still a good thing to do. But anyway, other than that, original, I would say my style, bro. Man, it's crazy. I would say fashionable. And I say fashionable, the reason why I would say fashionable, because I believe what you present is everything. You know, so first impression is everything. So with not just wordplay, just like how I look, how I what I deliver on film, visually, because the world is visual now, you know, in a lot of ways. So fashionable would be another, and another word. Shoot, man. Challenging.
Challenging.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I like to try things, a beat that I may feel like this beat not resonating with me, but I spend time with it before I actually see if I want to move on to another beat. First of all, I don't know that many producers where I can just keep moving on to other beats. So I'm blessed that when a beat come in my presence, especially if it's not a beat that everybody have heard, hey man, I'm trying to knock it out.
Ready to knock it out the park and just experiment with different sounds and stuff like that.
Trying to approach it different ways, you know, different melodies. Like, you know, if I hear a tune and okay, it's easy for me to like catch on with the melody of the beat or whatever it's given already, but I try and go against the grain a little bit and see how I can make that fit within the sound.
I feel that. And one of the words that you used was really interesting to me. You said fashionable. And with you being an artist, obviously you have to go outside the studio and put the visual with it. So when all that is encompassing you as the artist, like, are you behind the camera at all, or like, how do you usually go around like with the image in terms of like shooting music videos and stuff like that?
So first off, shout out to my boy Crump, man, Jay Crump. Very talented cinematographer. And videographer.
Right.
The guy's dope, bro, when it comes down to shooting film, man. But I've worked with him on numerous of projects, and where I had this image in my head. It started with an idea. I kind of hit him up about it. We discussed it for maybe like a day or whatever. When I say a day, we just go sit down and talk about it. He let me know if it's something he feel like we can do within budget. And I say within budget because, of course, we would love to present big things. You know, I feel like as an independent artist, you know, learning how to work with your budget and be as creative as possible is very important. Then you know what you can do when the big budget comes. You know what I'm saying? You also know how you can save money when the big budget comes.
Yeah, using them dollars efficiently.
You know, exactly.
No,
so
100%.
But when you ask the question, is it me behind the camera? It's not really me behind the camera. It's more so me behind the idea. Of what you see on camera, from the wardrobe to the concept of the video.
Okay, cool. And I like that you segued into wardrobe. Can you please explain the outfit of the day? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. So it's pretty much kind of simple. I mean, I just have on an Ed Hardy shirt here. I called from a vendor. You know, me being a reseller in vintage and everything, I feel like it's always a good thing when you shop with other vendors, you know.
Okay, so your reseller too. We're gonna get into that.
So, other than that, man, honestly, shoot. I mean, if I must say,
go ahead, pop your shit.
I got on the card. You know, I got the. You know,
yeah, man.
Card,
we're
man.
twins.
You know what I'm saying? Right up on, you know, the long sleeve.
Okay.
Pants from MMNL there, boutique out in LA. And these chunky Chelsea boots, like low top.
Okay. Don't forget the top piece.
The top piece, man. White socks, red. You know what I'm saying? Top. I haven't seen too many of the snapback, you know, style. White socks. That was something simple, man. And the little accessories, simple. You know.
I was not expecting you to have on the man long sleeve.
Long sleeve. Yes, sir.
Bro, when you started putting up your shirt, I said, "What the hell is he doing?" I was like, "No, man."
You know?
I thought this nigga was trying to show off his long johns.
No, sir, man. Carry up under the Ed Hardy for sure. You know?
Oh man, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. So you hinted that you sell vintage clothing. So you usually go to like a lot of thrift stores and, you know, do pop-up shops. Like, yes, tell me about like that journey and how that came about.
Yes, sir. So with that, I am the type of fashionable person where I like clothes, but I love money. You know, clothes is not that important to me. I mean, I know fashion is a big thing, but hey, what you got in your pocket and your account is what matters. But anyway, so with that being said, I start low before I go into start spending money on fabrics, like a lot of money on fabrics. So with that being said, like I find myself going into a lot of secondhand stores. Started off with Buffalo Exchange.
Okay.
Mad they moved that from over there on Punts. And then
it's not up there no more.
It's not there no more. I don't know if it's. Damn. I think they got some. I think it's 2nd Street now, something like that. But I haven't been in there yet. But anyway, went from there with Ragorama. But then I started being more open to going into the Goodwill because I had a lot of people that always ask, like, especially guys, like, bro, where you get that from? Where you get that from? So not knowing that. I actually go to secondhand stores, and it's not like you can just really go into your normal store in the mall and everything and find exactly what I have on. So I started paying more attention to those questions, and I'm like, okay, shoot, what if because I started getting more people like, man, you need to get into fashion, you need to do the blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, I always have an original way of doing things, and I'm not trying to do anything what God haven't led me to, what I'm saying? Right. Just spend time with God, bro, and just ask God, shoot, if it's something that I can take advantage of when it comes to fashion, I love doing it. I mean, it's natural. But I found my way of presenting vintage clothing, and I had, hustling, going to the Goodwills, and and trying to be present, to find these things, and shopping with other vendors, and I ended up getting a good stash to where we're able to provide vintage clothing, pretty much on a regular right now.
No, 100%, man.
It's called Thrift-sation.
Thrift-sational, man. No, shout it out for sure. And so you're e-commerce, or is it mainly just going to pop-up shops and stuff like that?
So e-commerce, I had the pleasure to collab with Stash ATL, y'all
that me.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta check out Stash ATL.
No,
too.
100%.
They veterans in the vintage game, man, and I had the pleasure to collab with them and become partners with on the e-commerce side, and also with the vintage on the reseller side with vending at different markets throughout Atlanta. And that's I enjoy it that way, because
you get to connect with the people. No, 100%.
I get to it's double promotion. Talking to people about music, introducing myself as an artist, putting the face with the name, stuff like that. Actually doing the groundwork to build a brand, So
absolutely, man. It's all about building the brand. So have you been in the stew lately? Cooking up?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Anything in the pipeline so the people?
Anything? It's definitely something. It was something in the pipeline from years ago.
Okay. The archives.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna constantly have archives of music because I enjoy making music. I'm moving through God to where allow Him to guide me on how to present this to the world. First, whether that's me as an artist on the forefront of this music or someone else, but I definitely have things in the archive. I've been in the studio lately, just kind of experimenting with different R&B records and everything. Yeah, man. I mean, but I feel like right now it's no reason for, even though I've been, like, go back to what we said in the beginning of the interview, been doing it for a while, but it's no reason for me to stop right now because there is a big shift I feel like that's happening in music. And things are going back to the R&B, the R&B,
yeah.
And it's like, shoot, there is a such thing where somebody could be before their time. So a lot of things right now, what I'm realizing is I can go back to my old things and revamp it. Shoot visuals for those older songs. I have crazy ideas, and it be simple things, visualizers, stuff like that. Something simple. I got something I'm trying to create right now, man. It's very dope. I'm surprised no big artists haven't did it, but I ain't gonna say it on camera right now.
Hey, look,
until it's done.
No, 100%, man.
But it's something simple though, because like I said, go back to what I said about trying to stay in your budget. Because as an independent artist, you also get to you produce a big video, and it's out of your budget. You're not understanding that you gotta continuously shoot those type of videos.
Right. You gotta keep up the image.
Exactly, you gotta keep up the image. Whatever you put out, it's something that you gotta keep up.
Consistency.
You have to, grow from there. So stay within your budget. do what you can do and do it as creatively as possible.
No, and I'm growing that there's a trending topic of our conversation, especially when you're talking about being an independent artist, budgeting. So would you mind telling the people like the ways to go about making sure you putting your money first and it makes sense as an independent artist? Like, how do you usually budget in terms of like not only recording, but making the visuals and just connecting with other people within the music industry and stuff like that?
So first off, what I basically just started was a separate account for everything I'm doing musically. You know what I'm saying? Also, try to get receipts for almost everything you do. I know it's easy to say than done, especially when you're doing freelance work and you're working with other creators and everything. That's cool, that's fine. But just try to stay, with me, I try, I'm using the word try, but I'm actually doing it, but I just say try because sometimes I can tend to get off track monthly and I have to pick back up and it's a little bit more I have to put in the pot. But set a realistic goal for yourself, and I'm saying what I do. I set a realistic goal, looked at what I'm bringing in at total income. You know what I'm saying? What can I set outside of my budget that I'm working for? Because that's you can only take from what you know what I'm saying, what you made.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And constantly put in your account separately for what you do for your music or your visualizers. Constantly put something in, whatever with me, I be realistic so I can put something a good amount in. I do monthly. You know what I'm saying? I don't do anything. I don't have to do everything or anything that consists of me going into that pot monthly. I can go a total of 4 months without touching anything, and then I have a budget to where I can be able to produce a project. You know what I'm saying? So just kind of like putting those to the side. If you get you a LLC or something that you can put in your name, you can I guess you can start with the receipts. You can get taxes and stuff like that, I guess. And on that side, I'm not a guru on finding
right.
I would love if anyone sees videos, interview, and they could help me out on that part. I would 100%. Love to talk. But
trying to get them tax write-offs, man. I feel you.
Yeah.
Feel it.
I hear it's there. You know what I'm saying? It's for us. And especially people who are serious about their craft. So when you put money into it, especially when you're doing hundreds of dollars and stuff like that, you should look into getting some type of.
Absolutely, because at the end of the day, it is still a business. And you express yourself creatively, but I mean, I imagine you're trying to get paid off this. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So
no matter if it's what it looked like they getting paid or whatever, the goal is for you to get some type of revenue from it.
No, man, great, man. And I know you said you have some stuff coming up in the pipeline. Do we have a set date for that, or is it just TBD?
So I am silently releasing, and I'm silently releasing a exclusive record February 2nd. And I say silently because I have a way I'm going to market that record, and this is just for people who be on my music or listen to my music, and they so happen to come across the new record that I'm silently releasing February 2nd, and for the fans of hardcore fans of me.
100%.
I'm a little modest with things, so I try not to say fans or supporters. For the people who have listened to my music before, I have a song that I'm silently releasing February 2nd, featuring an artist. And I don't want to say his name.
Okay.
So y'all go check it out.
Okay,
and,
no doubt.
Yeah, but I have the video already ready. That video should be out really soon. Depends on how y'all act.
Okay. All right. Look.
and I'm able to see how y'all act. I'm behind the computer seeing. You know what I'm saying? So
look, checking the comments. You know what I'm saying? Seeing the feedback he gets, man. Well, I'm not gonna lie, man. It's been a pleasure sitting down with you and connecting and hearing about your journey and all, man. And do you want to leave the people with any type of advice? For up and aspiring artists, or just anybody out there hustling, because it seems like you're a hustler before anything else.
Man, your time is different from it's not the same. It don't have to look the same as anybody else, man. And it's all about you. How can you can the only thing that can stop you is if you stop. You know what I'm saying? And allow it to make sense for you. Ask yourself for real, like, you know, is this, you know, how will it really benefit you? You know, sometimes we see a lot, especially being on social media, we see so much of what people doing and what people saying or whatever, what it look like people doing, and sometimes that could trigger you in your mental, or sometimes that could trigger you with your mental and everything, making you think you got to do it now, or you got to do this way or whatever. You know, continue to move in your time and trust that, you know, everything happens on God's time. And with that being said, you know, the only thing you can do is just keep going. You know, keep going.
Divine time is real,
keep
man.
Going. And what I mean by it, you hear that a lot, but like you don't eat a whole piece of the whole thing. How you eat a whole piece is slice by slice. You know what I'm saying? Set a strategy. You know, and follow that. You know what I'm saying? Small baby steps. A baby don't come out the womb walking. It's nothing wrong with crawling before you walk, man. I'm a fan of that. Like, bro, I don't care how good it might. You might think it is. Bro, I'm still crawling before I'm walking. Before I'm walking, you know, I learn how to walk. Like, I'm a student, you know what I'm saying, to the game, and I want to stay a student because that's how I feel like I'm gonna always be able to learn, you know. So just continue to do things, and you can keep doing things in small pieces, and before you know it, man, you'll have all the pieces you need, and then you put the puzzle together in full.
Yeah, no, I like that, man. The Send Us Off, man. It's been a pleasure sitting down talking to you. Look out for that single coming February 2nd. And tap in.
It's called Living Wrong.
Okay, Living Wrong. Yeah. All right. Peace out.
Yeah, for sure.